I'm just waiting to see if we pass over any other biomes. We're currently over the water. I'm just keeping track of the biome here and seeing if we pass over anything and like quick saving so I can go back if I miss a biome I need to get an EVA over. Alright, looks like we're not getting an EVA. Also, it looks like we're going to be landing in the dark, which is great, great viewing for Twitch. Ooh, biome over shores. EVA report? Yeah, let's board. Reentry in 23 seconds, 22, 21. Moving about 2 kilometers a second. 14. 13, 12. Cool. Now we can take an EVA report. EVA report. Since we are technically in the atmosphere now. And we haven't been outside in the upper atmosphere, which does not sound safe, and honestly it isn't. Okay, so pretty soon we're gonna start hitting the atmosphere a bit harder, and we'll start to see some cool fireworks. From inside, ooh, we can see the moon. That's a cool view as we come in. Stay on point. Okay, come on. Currently above the mountains. Don't really care about you anymore. The mountains are extremely dangerous to land in because it's like you just don't reach, you can't slow down fast enough. Ooh, now we're saying we're landing in the Badlands. Oh, no, back to the Highlands. No Badlands for you. A blader is starting to go down as we use a lot of heat. We just Oh, is this not picking up sound? There we go. I don't know, I wasn't picking up the sound of the game. Let me know if audio levels are weird, because this game can get loud. Okay. 1 minute. Oh, our goo is getting warm. Alright, no, we're good. We're good. No goo problems. And starting to slow down here. 40 seconds to impact. No, I don't want to grab an EVA report right now, but I will grab a temperature scan. "30 seconds. 35. Oh. It is now safe for our parachute to go out, which we cannot see because everything is dark. Also, we can say Goodbye. Come on, leave heat shield. No, we can't see. Nope, it's still there. It's still there. Get off. No, goodness. Okay. Hey, calm down. Stop your wobbling. Wow, I love being able to see all of the rich... Cool. Right. Now that the parachute is deploying, we can safely kind of do our EVA report. Can also, like, take that data, take data, return. So, crew report, EVA, take data, join. And now we are back on the ground. Cool. Let's get a nice EVA report. Cool. And atmospheric pressure, and a crew report, and mystery goo, and temperature. And here we are, very far from very far from the Space Center, but another failed attempt to get into orbit. No. 95 more science from that. Very good. Let's go to R&D. Okay, so we could get fuel systems, which is, yeah, gonna be what I want to get, because I want to make an asparagus system. And that is probably, yeah, our best bet for getting a consistent orbital drive. And then after that, we definitely want electrics, because electrics is very important for other things. Cool. Let's just grab fuel system. Hey there, how's it going? We are playing some Kerbal Space Program. Can we upgrade you? No, you're too expensive. Can we upgrade you? Yes, we can, and I'm going to because I want that extra weight limit. Oh, I need to go back over all my overlays because they're just not good. Well, the thing is, I've only recently gotten back into streaming, so it's like I haven't gotten that. Oh, it is. It's absolutely... Kerbal Space Program is so much fun. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay, so any missions that are actually useful for us, that help us. You want to be... I don't like these, like, times and speeds. It's just like, I don't want to deal with that. On escape... I can't get to an escape trajectory. Thud. That specific orbit. I'm just like... Yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to get the orbit Kerbin. Let's just keep it that way. Okay, so let's just start stuff. Let's just start fresh. Alright, so I think our focus for this one isn't actually going to be science. Our main focus first and foremost is get to orbit. Because I think we'll be spending most of our part limit, because we still do have the tier 1 vehicle assembly building. Most of our part limit, hey there, will be spent on doodly doos. The actual thrust launch system rather than, and so we don't really have the allowance to just put in a lot of scientific equipment. Anyway, most of the scientific equipment we need is actually that we're gonna get from this one is actually crew reports from over all the different biomes. Come on, let me get inside. There we go. Cool. Nah. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's just for figuring out the carbonite. Alright, cool. I could see if we have space, I'll probably slap a Science Junior just like to get wherever we land, or like on like high orbit. Okay, so upper stage, I did like this, just kind of like one of these and a terrier, just like very light, very small, very much will just do the heavy lifting at the end. So, but before that, we are going to do something that's kind of cheesy, that does not work in real life, but is a KSP staple, and that is asparagus staging. So we're just going to have 2 there, and I like the Wildcat just for this kind of thing. This is also very modded, so keep that in mind. Okay, so where is structure? Yeah, okay, radial decouplers. So I actually need 2 of these, and we're actually gonna have 4, but it's gonna be in sets of 2. Come on, no, stay. There you go. Actually, I'm gonna take you off. Come on. Editor being finicky right now. There we go. Yeah, this is actually 1.4. Like this is an older version. Because the newer versions don't have all the mods I want. Cool. And it's not perfectly aligned, but okay. Nope, that's not what I want. I'm going to put a separate pair. Oops, not right there. Right there. And that's also not aligned. Cool. That's now just crooked as well. Come on, I can't win. A little bit further up. Close enough. Okay, cool. So next up we want... Do we have any nose cones? Yes, we do. Cool. We are already over the part limit. Okay. Okay, what if we just did like a single asparagus? Can this make it to space? Nope. That is... That is... I click here, and it was trying to put the start point on the other one. Okay, so essentially, these ones can fall off as soon as they're out of fuel, and it kind of like helps with the flow of everything. So everything, you all good, you're good, yeah, like that. Cool. Okay, so theoretically this should work. And finally, for just some nice upper atmosphere science. Nope, I want below the decoupler. I'm just going to plop on you. Wait, did I have one of these? I don't think I did. Do. And get in there. Okay, so this is 06. No, not spaghetti. What am I saying? Asparagus task. I don't know how to spell asparagus. Full disclosure. Okay, so this essentially, all three of these rockets will fire at once, and essentially we just want all of them to use all of these tanks, and essentially this tank to be full when we take these off. So it's a fuel tank prioritizer. Cool, and okay, since I think I undid that, and in there, and finally, you know, I probably should be good and just like put a battery on here. What do you do? Okay, so you can put carbonate and you get that. Okay, it's not actually useful for us. I would put 2 batteries, but we only have 1 part. Cool. Maybe this will get us into space. And yeah, we want Valentina. Cool. Come on, we got this. I'm not in space, into orbit. There's an important distinction. Yeah, I'm not going to do material studies here. Thank you very much. Let us try. Why don't any of you have fuel? I put carbonite tanks on here. Okay. Okay, that's a mistake. Pro tip, put the right kinds of tanks. Hey there, how's it going? Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Carbonite tank, KW rocketry tank. Oops, that's not really well. There we go, and let's get some fuel lines in there. Oh wow, that was smart. Wait, where are you? Okay. Fuel. Oops, you need to be at the bottom. Do we have... No, we don't have fancy things. Am I a fan of new Disney remakes? I don't know, not really. I haven't really seen any of them. They just haven't caught my eye to want to go see them. So, I just haven't, and that I just haven't seen them. Yep, and all the staging looked good. Cool. I don't see that many movies nowadays. I don't know. I have trouble sitting through movies personally. Okay, let's try this again. Also, full disclosure, I have no idea how long I'm going to be streaming. I'm probably just going to stream until I'm tired. Because I could play this all day. Full disclosure. Okay, now this is starting to look like an actual rocket, not a monstrosity built by a 2-year-old. Oh, I did not put parachutes on these. Oops. So much for those funds. They're not going anywhere. Also, I don't know if stage recovery properly loaded. I should check that. So these ones are emptying, but these ones are full. And this thing gets confused about where everything's going. I'm actually gonna thrust off a bit just because I don't want to get going too fast, too low in the atmosphere, because otherwise we deal with drag a lot. So what is it for goggles? We are seeing how far we can get it and how much delta V we can get and see if we can get into orbit without having to do a bunch of missions. Essentially, we're testing this lower section as kind of a vehicle to bring ships into orbit. Valentina has a parachute. It's just the rockets. It's just the people in the budgeting office realize oh, we're gonna get these rockets back, and we're like, okay, again, those can fall off, and they will never be seen again. And we're gonna keep rolling over, and oh wow, yeah, we can really reduce our thrust because we're doing good. We have so much delta V. We are going to make it, I believe. We're going to make it handily. Also, I wanted this flying high material study. Thank you very much. So actually, I'm going to shut off the engines for now. And just wait to get a little bit higher. Because, yeah. We don't need to raise our aquaps too much higher. I did not really do that insertion. I'm not doing very well. It's been a few years since I've played this, really. So my orbital insertions may not be the best, but we have so much delta V. We could probably get into a moon orbit from this, but we're not going to because we couldn't get back, and I think Valentina has a family to go home to, so. Yeah, so now we just gotta start raising our orbit, move faster sideways. Just gonna spread that out, get into a nice circular orbit. I'm mostly looking at these two numbers here. We're looking at the apoapse height, the time to apoapse, and periapse height. Because like just like getting in orbit takes so much of your fuel. It's just that I'm just doing this burn, and it's just like, yep, this is just burning through this fuel, just trying to get up to orbital speeds. And getting in orbit is most of the any journey, unless of course your the journey involves getting off the orbit of another planet, at which point it's half that. And we are now in orbit. We have raised it, and now all our periapse, which is our lowest point, is below 70,000. So at no point will we hit the atmosphere, and we are now here. World's first milestones, got a bunch of stuff there. Cool. Also, we have so much extra fuel. This is going to be actually a very nice like upper stage, like lower stage part. We do want to have more parts in the VAB, but this is effective for like low weight payloads, which will be nice because I think our next goal is to start launching a fleet of satellites. So let's take a nice orbit and see what crew reports we can get. Hey there, how's it going? Welcome. Oops, I want to look at surface and see if I can snag any EVA reports, because there's different EVA reports depending on what biome you're in. And welcome. Nice of you to join. I'm trying to stream more. I've been bad about it lately. And by lately, I mean like the last like 6 to 8 months. More grasslands, more shores. We don't have a map of this place yet because we haven't set up a scan set yet. More grasslands. Oops. Oh, we missed highlands. Alright, F7 to reload? Let's reload. Oh, hold F9. Cool. It's a little cheeky, but I'm like essentially just using this to like see where like biomes are coming up and like when I need to snag an EVA report. Water. It's hard when you can't like see the planet. Water. Do. Come on. Shores. Okay, I think it's coming up here. I think because it's like shores, mountains, islands. Not that it's the end of the world, but grasslands. Oh, here we are. EVA report. Oops, nope, missed it. That's okay. amount of fuel, we could go for high science reports. We don't really have that much scientific equipment to really benefit from going high. Oh, there's Highlands. Cool. Okay, I want to get to the light side of the planet. Oh, what's our power situation? That's important to know. We have a fair amount. Right, and I know I missed some other stuff, but this is, I believe, Science Alert. Yeah, Science Alert. Yeah, no, it's real nice. I said get out. Cool, got mountains. Wait, what? What just happened? Where's the ship? Oh, something bad happened and it deorbited me and left the ship. That is not... That's a bug. Somehow, Valentina lost like 2 kilometers a second of delta V. Just instantly. Right, now it'll be soon. Because you see, there's the mountains right there that we want to get the report from. Yes, that's what we want. And not to fall into the abyss below. That is not what we want. Oh, and I also want to collect that data, because that will not be returning with us. Okay, so now I think it is time for us to deorbit. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna point the opposite direction that we're going. Oops, and accidentally stage. That's not the end of the world, considering that we do have enough fuel to deorbit, but don't do that, because that's also going to be space dust, that is space junk that is not deorbited. I like to bring it down to about 40,000 or so. I find that's decent for deorbit, if I'm remembering my math correctly. And there's the moon. And there's that accidental space junk that we actually just created. I'll probably just delete it from the save just because don't want random space junk that it has to track. Especially if the number of like I actually think it'll automatically unload it, actually, just because there's no important bits to it. Ooh, that's important. EV airport, deserts. Alright, now we hit the atmosphere. And honestly, I'm gonna take off you. And the thing is that even if we don't actually deorbit this time, we'll deorbit eventually. So it might take another orbit, but we're not like dealing with low food issues. Gonna start dipping below the atmosphere. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Although I do think it will actually also unload naturally. That one, though, will get destroyed. That one is on a terminal orbit. Of course, I also decided for us to re-enter again on the dark side of the planet, which is honestly just bad planning on my part. Fortunately, our ships don't have lights yet. Oh, and we have shifted orientation, so we are now on yes. It now believes that we are on a fully terminal orbit. Cool. Going down. Bounce my legs, because re-entry is nerve-wracking. Also because the stress is fuzzy and feels nice on my legs. Come on, where's the fancy lights to give us something to go on? There you are. Okay, don't need that extra information. Looking like we're gonna be doing a water landing. Landing on the dark side again. Lovely. Okay. Which is, water landings are generally, I find, the safest, just because, I mean, okay, I think grasslands I like the most just because it's consistently low altitude, but like water isn't terrible either. It's just like the high highlands and the mountains that are just bad. Because mountains is just almost impossible from an orbital. Unless you're fielding a lot of drag chutes because you intended to land in the mountains. Or of course you can do, yeah, just track ablator. minute and a half to impact. Honestly, keeping track of later is not a problem on these missions. It's like when you're like coming in from like the moon, when it actually like you're coming at speeds that like it's actually kind of risky. Right, dropping quickly, almost at safe parachute speeds. Oh, EVA report? No, I'm not going to take an EVA report right now. Thank you very much. I do not wish to die. Cool. Now we can take that EVA report without death. And now we will wait until we hit the water. Oop. And yep, that is it. And we successfully got into orbit. Yeah. Okay. 62 new assignments, lots of funds. We could technically upgrade the VAB now, and this might be the next thing I do, considering, unless we get submissions. So, we have satellite mission next, which is probably our next goal. We have explore the moon for a flyby of the moon. That could be fun, like, actually, that could be neat. Conduct a low-resolution ScanSat survey of Kerbal. That could also be fun. Actually, I do want that, because ScanSat is fun. Kick off space tourism, bringing a guy into space. We don't really have a way to have crew, like extra passengers, so we can't really do space tourism yet. But a flyby of the moon was something we could do. Yeah. Okay, so do we want to launch a satellite next or do a moon flyby? Oh wait, no, we need a satellite network because our current radars cannot reach the moon. Yes. So do we want to do a communications network, or do we want to do a scan of the planet?